Now, something else indefensible: blackmail. Comedian David Letterman had affairs with some women who worked for him. We know that because recently a man went to jail for telling Letterman, "Pay me $2 million or I'll reveal your affairs." Letterman called the cops. Now, I assume most of you are fine with that, and most of you, I assume, are fine with if someone threatens people with blackmail to extort money out of people, that should be a crime? Yes?
Yeah.
Wow, an unusual audience. Well, we asked some people on the street about this, and almost all of them said legalizing blackmail was a ridiculous idea.
That a terrible thought.
No, I don't think so.
That should never be okay. Blackmail is definitely wrong.
Another bad idea.
Another bad idea, and yet this man, economist Robin Hanson, a serious economist from George Mason University who writes serious papers on things like information aggregation, says blackmail can be good and should be legal. So how?
First, gossip should be legal.
It is.
The thing you're threatening when you're threatening blackmail is you're threatening to gossip. You're threatening, I will tell people. If it should be all right to tell people, then it should be all right to threaten to tell people.
But the extra element is you're saying, give me money to shut up.
Right. But the effect of that is to make people behave. The reason why you behave because people might gossip is if you don't behave, people will tell on you, and that will look bad. So you behave more when people gossip about you. If we have blackmail, people behave even more because they're even more afraid now of what might happen if they don't.
Okay. In David Letterman's case, it was only because of the blackmail attempt that the truth got out, and Letterman told the truth.
Once police arrested the producer after a sting operation or series thereof, David Letterman spilled the secret on his own during a taping of The Late Show.
I have had sex with women who work for me on this show. It's been a very bizarre experience. I feel like I need to protect these people. I need to certainly protect my family. I need to protect myself, hope to protect my job.
Some awkward few minutes.
Yes, it was. And you're saying that if blackmail were legal, that people like him would be less likely to cheat on their...
The more celebrities are afraid that things they do will get out, the more they'll be careful what they do.
So John Edwards might have behaved better, or Anthony Weiner?
Any of them. Letterman might have had affairs with fewer of his staffers. Instead of 6, maybe just 2.
Maybe Bernie Madoff might have been caught before?
That's right. You can blackmail criminals. So blackmail is actually a form of private law enforcement. Criminals are penalized because people around them find out that they're criminals and blackmail them, and so they end up having to pay and are punished for their crime privately.
We have a historical example. Alexander Hamilton, I didn't know about this, well, Treasury Secretary, was successfully blackmailed for $1,000, which today is worth about $1 million, by a woman who had an affair with him and had a male accomplice of hers do the blackmailing. Eventually he went public so he could stop paying the money.
So that was an example of entrapment. That is, she supposedly went through the affair exactly in order to blackmail him later. Now,
so your new rule would encourage this?
Well, we encourage the police to do this too. So if we're trying to catch a prostitute or a John, we might have somebody pretend to be a prostitute or a John in order to catch them. And that's one way to catch criminals, is to pretend. The FBI does this all the time, pretending to be people online, trying to catch other people doing illegal things online. So blackmail is another form of private enforcement. It entices people to do the sorts of things that the police do to try to catch criminals, and it does it privately.
So to sum up, your argument is that it would both legal blackmail would give more useful information to people and less bad behavior.
It's mainly the bad behavior, yes. Be careful if people are watching.
All right, well, did he convince any of you who were skeptical? Anybody here change their mind? He win you over? Somebody nodded. Wow, somebody went the other way. Okay. Thank you, Robin Hanson. Coming up, this man joins us to say bounty hunters are more effective than the police. Could he be right?